All right, get this. This is really interesting statistic. More than 5 million teeth are knocked out every year. So what should you do if it happens to you? Well, the president of the American Association of Endodontists, Stefan Zweig, joins me now with important oral health information. So we're happy to have you here today. My mom actually used to work for an endodontist. So let's talk about the importance of oral health care overall first.
Sure. I mean, proper oral health care really helps maintain your oral health, which we know is linked to your overall health. So sometimes this is obvious, sometimes it's not. The first thing is your appearance. When you meet people, we know the first thing they look at is your teeth and your smile. If you don't present yourself well, it can affect the way you your social interactions with other people, and can also affect your job. So that's number one. If you have poor oral health, if you have broken teeth, it's going to affect the way you eat and chew, and that's going to affect your nutrition. And obviously, poor nutrition is going to affect your overall health. So that's another way that oral health affects your overall health. And then also we know now that there is a link between oral health and overall health in terms of diseases that occur in the body, such as heart disease, stroke, diabetes, even oral cancer. So we are learning more and more about this, and we know that there's a link between oral health and overall health, and that's why it's so important to maintain your oral health.
Okay, well then let's go back to teeth getting knocked out. This is so interesting, that 5 million a year. What should someone do if their tooth is knocked out?
Sure. So we're seeing more and more teeth being knocked out through bicycle accidents, scooter accidents, and even sports accidents. If you knock your tooth out, the first thing you have to realize is that time is of the essence. So the faster you can get the tooth back into your mouth, into the socket where it came from, the better chance you have of saving the tooth. So the first thing you need to do is find the tooth. You want to pick it up carefully from the crown of the tooth, avoiding touching the root. The second thing is you want to make sure the tooth is clean. Many of these accidents occur on the road or on sports field. They get dirty. So you want to gently rinse the tooth with either water or milk to get any debris off of the tooth. And the third thing you need to do is replace the tooth, put it back into the mouth in the socket where it came from.
Oh my God.
The next thing you need to do is see a dentist. Immediately to make sure that the tooth has been replaced properly and that the tooth is stabilized. And then we also recommend that you see an endodontist, because many of these teeth, because of the trauma, end up needing root canals, and endodontists are specialists in doing root canals. They've received special advanced training in doing root canals and are specialists in saving these type of teeth. So we do recommend that you see an endodontist also.
Okay, so then what advice do you give people who are told they need a root canal or a tooth extraction?
So a root canal is a procedure that's designed to save your natural tooth, and this is opposed to having an extraction. So if you're told you need an extraction, what I would recommend is first ask your dentist, are there alternatives to extraction? We know that many teeth are extracted unnecessarily, teeth that could be saved by doing root canal. If you do need a root canal, I would ask my dentist if I should see a specialist in doing root canal, or I would actually refer myself to an endodontist who is a specialist in doing root canal. These procedures are very complicated and they're very intricate, and endodontists have special training in doing these type of procedures. I would recommend that you explore all options to save your tooth. The loss of a tooth is once you've lost your tooth, you've lost your tooth. You're not going to be able to replace it with anything natural, and natural teeth are the best thing. So, if you lose a tooth and you decide to do nothing, obviously you're going to have appearance issues. And if you decide to replace it, the procedures that are designed to replace missing teeth are very complicated and also very costly. So saving your tooth is really the best way to go if possible.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for telling us all about this today. But if we want to learn a little bit more, where can we go?
Sure. So the American Association of Endodontists has a website. It's www.findmyendodontist.com. And on that website, you're going to find a lot of information about endodontists, what endodontists do, their expertise. You're also going to find out the value of saving teeth. And there's also going to be a search engine where you can find an endodontist near you. So we encourage people to use that website.
Great. Well, thank you again so much for joining us today. And if you'd like to see this segment again, just head to our website at firstcoastliving.net.
Coming up.